Hello, and thank you for listening. My name is Brock Ohlensehlen, and I'm a history major and secondary ed minor.
And I'm Wyatt Murphy, and I'm also a history major and secondary ed minor.
For our Scandinavian immigration course at Luther College, we are going to talk about the significance of secret societies for Norwegian-American immigrants. This is especially significant regarding the bicentennial of Norwegian immigration to America. Secret societies are one of many ways Norwegian Americans created a sense of belonging. The Freemasons are an open organization that the Norwegian Americans could build upon, along with other immigrant groups. Giving us some more insight into the Freemasons, we have Tim Felton and Scott Nading, who are members of the Decorah, Iowa Masonic Lodge.
The legacy of Norwegian immigration and the secret societies they created have a long-standing connection. As Brock mentioned, these societies were instrumental in establishing community amongst these Norwegians who are new to the area and the culture. First, it is important to understand how secret societies operate. When people think of secret societies, many think of the Illuminati or other cults, but that is far different from the Freemasons and the Sons of Norway. These groups are used to foster a deeper level of community, past more common forms such as congregations. The Freemason ideology is intertwined with values of fraternity, piety, and self-improvement. These values were popular with many immigrants from Norway and other Scandinavian countries, but they also hold significance to Masons today. In our interview, Tim Felton talked about how these factors contributed to him joining the secret society.
And the appeal to me was the Masonic theory is we are there to make ourselves better, not better than anybody else. We're internally trying to make ourselves better, and you're meeting people with that same goal.
These sentiments of hard work and self-improvement spoke to a lot of Scandinavian immigrants because of the similarities to their understanding of the Protestant work ethic. The Freemasons have a strong connection to a sense of belief and other religious ideologies as well. Most of these themes are manifested through their symbolism and artifacts.
One object of great significance to the Masons is the Masonic apron. This specific apron was owned by a Norwegian immigrant, Gustav Buttlik, originally from Stavanger, Norway. He became a Mason during his time in Scotland, where he embraced the traditions and symbolism of Freemasonry. He later settled in Washington and was an active member of his community.
This apron, along with a suit and white gloves, would usually be worn during one of their ceremonial rituals. This particular Masonic apron has a navy blue border that is about 1 inch thick. Embroidered in the border is a silver trefoil pattern. The apron itself is made of a creamy white silk. On the top of the apron, the navy blue border makes a triangular shape like an envelope. The border then extends down from the triangular section, parallel to the edges, ending in tassels. In between the point in the middle and the tassels is the image of a lyre. While we interviewed Tim Felton and Scott Nading, they provided insight into the meaning of the design and how they represent the owner of the apron.
Now, as I look at this Mason, one of the first things that stand out to me is you see the all-seeing eye of providence. And you see that in a lot of religious organizations, and it's been utilized in Masonic. But if you look at the center, that would indicate to me the Mason who had this apron was probably some form of musician.
After hearing the story of Buttlik and the observations that Tim and Scott helped us with, it becomes clear to see the ways that being a Freemason created opportunities for Norwegian Americans to preserve their identity and help them participate in something bigger than themselves.
To conclude, secret societies like the Freemasons and/or the Sons of Norway played a crucial role in fostering a sense of community and belonging for the Norwegian-American immigrants, offering an environment of shared values and mutual support. Through groups like the Masonic Lodge, immigrants could connect to the ideals of self-improvement, fraternity, and religious symbolism that resonated with their own cultural values. Buttlik's apron, with its thematic design, embodies these principles. Its all-seeing eye represents the providence, while the lyre denotes a musical connection to the specific Freemason. In embracing the Masonic values, Norwegian-American immigrants found a meaningful way to adapt to their new environment while honoring their heritage, leaving a legacy that endures in communities today.
We would like to give a special thanks to our professor, Dr. Peterson, for giving us the opportunity to do this project. To our two guest speakers, Tim Felton and Scott Nading, for their time and conversation. We would also like to thank our research partner and editor, Thea Bentley. And lastly, we would like to give a special thanks to you. Thank you for listening to our piece of the Bicentennial exhibit.
you.